Hello everyone, thanks for joining me today on the Moneybag 73 channel or Shine the Light 73 channel if you watch this on my other channel. Today I'm covering Febreze. Now I know a lot of you already know of this Mandela Effect, so if this is something you don't care to listen to, then please go ahead and leave now rather than put down, this is a year old or just some comment that's unnecessary. Don't have to do that. You could just click away. So anyway, looking at Febreze, this is one of the heavy hitters of the changes to the people experiencing this phenomenon. And back around 2007 is where it kind of split. Now in '06, you had more people at times looking for the wrong spelling with the Reeze than you did for the correct spelling. But that has split over time and people have learned how to spell it, I guess. But that shouldn't have been necessary. I mean, this should be kind of constant since 2004. But it wasn't. You had more people looking for the EEZE. So looking at this here, it's obvious to me that there was some type of change or shift or something happened here. Now, if you compare this to, say, freeze versus freeze or frez or whatever, with the missing E, this is what I would expect. I'd expect almost, 50 times the amount of people know how to spell freeze correctly. So the Febreze, the fact that there were more people spelling it incorrectly, adding an extra E, when you look at this stuff, it just doesn't make any sense. It just gives credence to the fact that there's something has gone on. Our consciousness has shifted. People are shifting at different times or what have you. So I didn't really do a whole lot of research on this one. A lot of people know this one. This was one of the first ones that I came across after my son had asked me about a few different questions and then told me, this is called the Mandela Effect and how I got into this whole thing a year ago. So Febreze is one of the first ones that just blew me away. It had me sitting on the couch along with the other Looney Tunes and all those that I haven't done videos on. I think I'm going to go ahead and do them because I just would like to have them in the voting series. So please thumb this up if you remember Febreze for the past 10, 15 years. If it's always been Febreze or Febreze with only one E, Reze, go ahead and thumb down the video. So we got 17,000 posts on Instagram for the incorrect spelling. And then only 3,000 more for the correct spelling. It's almost a 50-50 split. We're talking 45-55 split or a 44-46 split or whatever it is. I mean, it's pretty darn close to half. That's kind of hard to believe, actually, with this here. It's like a lot of people haven't even woken up. They're still hashtagging Febreeze. I was just looking on Facebook, and tons of people, it's like they haven't got the memo. The Mandela Effect is here, everybody, and, it's not two E's anymore. You get 636 books where they spell it the way I remember it. And so here it is. I mean, this just looks like what it always was ever since the product came out. And this is actually what it's always been. So my memory is of this one. So there was one other thing that I wanted to point out here. So here, this is how it's always been. Always been Febreze. While my consciousness was somewhere else most of the time that it was spelled this way. Because this looked foreign to me a year ago when I first saw it. I was like, what? What is this? So anyway, I was looking at Google Trends for Febreze, and I decided to put in Depends diapers. Even now, in 2017, you have almost 4 times the amount of people spelling it wrong. I mean, this is incredible. There's never been a single month in Google Trends over the last 13 years where more people spelled it correctly than spelled it incorrectly. I mean, people are searching for Depends. I mean, it was always Depends. Are you wearing briefs or boxers? Well, it depends. Well, it depends. I'm wearing Depends. Whatever that joke, Depends always had an S for me. Always. Depend to diapers just sounds so foreign. And people still, this is huge because 4 or 5 times more people always are searching for Depends diapers. I mean, they really didn't get the memo on this one. So that's about it. Thumb it up if you remember Febreze with R-E-E-Z-E on the end. Thumb it down if it's always been the current spelling. Now, one last thing I wanted to point out. Dr. Taryn Lupo's Google Hangout, or his interview of his featured guest, which is Texas Shrugged, if you're aware of that channel. Matt, I forget his last name, will be on Dr. Lupo's channel just in a few minutes. So that usually lasts for about 3 hours, that Google Hangout chat. I'm going to try and get on with my son in about an hour after his initial interview is over with. I was on his first 4 shows every Thursday evening at 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And then I missed the last 2. I was working, so I happen to be off today, so I'm going to be jumping on there. So if you're watching this on March 2nd, in the next few hours here, I'll try and be on that show, so you can check that out and ask them. And actually, if you have a camera of, and some headphones, and you can actually come on in the final hour and ask any questions or just bring up a topic or just whatever you want to talk about regarding to the Mandela Effect. It's a really great hangout. I enjoyed it the first 4 times I was on there. So if you never checked that out, I'll put a link down below to Dr. Lupo's channel, so maybe you can come check out the live chat. I'll talk to everyone soon. Go create the reality that you want.